Scrunchie headbands are trending and are capable of transforming your look from regular to fabulous. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make one. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back, and thank you so much for all your support. So we'll be learning how to make the scrunchie headband with elastic in this video. Satin is commonly used for this kind of project, so I have my satin fabric. I have my wide elastic, is the 1-inch elastic. I have my safety pin, scissors, a matching color of thread, and my measuring tape. Now I have 3 pieces of fabric cut out. 3 pieces of fabric cut out with the measurements on the screen. As you can see, I have 3 pieces of fabric cut out. Now I have my elastic. The elastic has the width of 1 inch and the length is about 6 inches. Now I'm going to fold the first fabric into 2. This is the first one and is the longest of it. That's the 50 inches by 7 inches width. I fold it in half like this, as you can see. Then I used an office pin or office pins to hold it or to keep it in place so that it doesn't move away while working. Now from this side of the folded piece, I'm going to measure about 1 inch. That's from the fraying edges of the folded piece. I measured about 1 inch and I marked. I also marked this way 4 inches this way, and I do a slant right there, and I'm going to cut it out with my scissors. Now I folded the piece into 2 the second time, so I can repeat the same procedure on the other side of the piece of fabric. Having done that, I'm going to open it up and fold into 2 like this and sew from one end to the other end of the piece. Now this is the second piece of fabric which is going to be holding our elastic. That's the elastic casing. I fold it in half and I'm going to sew from one end to the other end. Now this is the third piece of fabric. You can either leave it this way and then continue with the next step, or you just fold it like I'm doing. Okay, I just folded it in twice and I stitch from one end to the other. Now I have the 3 pieces sewn and I'm going to flip the right side of each of those pieces out. Okay, I'll be using my fingers for the bigger one while I use the safety pin for the smaller ones. Now I have the right side of the pieces of fabric torn out. Okay, so I'm going to be working with the one of the elastic casing. Okay, I will be fixing my elastic in, and with the help of my safety pin, I'm going to push my elastic into the piece of fabric. As you can see, the length of the elastic is about 6 inches. Okay, and the width is 1 inch, like I said earlier. So I just push it in, and once it is in, I just hold one end of the elastic to the fabric. So I make sure that the elastic does not fall inside the fabric. Then I hold it down with my office pin, or you can just go ahead and sew. Okay, so after which I'm going to continue to push the elastic. Now we have a safety pin here. I just push it to the other end and I stitch. So our elastic part is ready. Now onto this other small piece of fabric, I'll be using my safety pin to push it into the bigger fabric. Can you see? So I'll just push it in like this. Okay, I make sure that the fabric doesn't fall inside, so before I go ahead to push or to continue to push it in, I hold one end of the piece of fabric to the bigger piece with my office pin, or I can just go ahead and sew or stitch with my sewing machine. Then I continue to push the fabric in, the inner fabric in like that, using my safety pin to the other end. Okay, after which I'm going to stitch as well. Okay, now it is sewn, and the next step is for us to join the elastic part to the scrunchie part. When I measured the scrunchie part, I have about 13 inches, and when I measured the elastic part, I have about 6.5 inches. Now I have the seam of the scrunchie part facing up like this. I'm going to place the elastic part with the seam also facing up. Can you see? Look at the sewn part right here. I'm going to place them in such a way that the other side faces up while the other side of the elastic faces down. So we have the sewn part facing up on the elastic part while the sewn part on the scrunchie part facing down. So I'm going to fold it in like this. I fold to form something like a triangle on one side, and I do the same on the other side, and I'm going to stitch. Please watch this part carefully. Can you see? So I just fold like that, and I'm going to stitch. Okay, just going to stitch right here. Having done that, I'm going to come to the other side and repeat the same procedure. I bring the fine side of the scrunchie part. Can you see the fine side? I just make sure I place the fine side of the elastic as well on it. They're facing each other. Can you see? And I'm going to fold one side of the scrunchie part over the elastic in form of a triangle, and I do the same on the other side, as you can see, and I'm going to stitch. Okay, having done that, I'm going to trim off the excess seam allowance right there. I'll do this on the other hand as well. And finally, we'll just push the elastic part out like we are pushing the wrong side. That's where we have the join is. We're just pushing it in, okay, like this. We'll pull the elastic part like that and adjust. And as you can see, our scrunchie headband is ready. It's pretty easy and not difficult at all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me like this video, let me share with others. Please like, leave a comment below. It helps my channel grow. It helps my video to be seen by a wider audience. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next tutorial. Please leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to. Thank you.